Bonjour. I think I'll do that from now on. That'll be my greeting. It's French. It's me. And did anybody watch the Mars rover landing? The Perseverance? It's the worst possible name I've ever heard. Apparently it was named by a kid. Anyway, that landing was very fun in the last 5 minutes. Here I have Stump Remastered, #1 by Mr. Nathan M. Rosario. I'm not going to hide the ball. Get this book if you can. It's awesome. The art's great. Story's very fun. It feels fresh. There's room for growth and development. This thing has legs. It's going to move. This cover is awesome. You've got the main character front and center with the big explosion behind him, some ominous eyes in the background. This very nice, like, unique, earthy font for the cover, kind of breaking apart. It's an awesome cover, you know? And within this cover is an awesome book. So this was written by Nathan M. Rosario. He made this comic a long time ago, decided to remaster it. Gives a shout out to Ethan Van Sciver, the Comicsgate fans, and all of the Indiegogo backers who made this book financially possible. And, Ethan really bumped this thing on his channel, and for good reason. I mean, this is just brilliant art. So our protagonist is floating around in space. We have no idea how he got there. But he starts floating down, starts burning up in the atmosphere, crash lands and cause a whole bunch of havoc, right? And everybody is like, what the heck is going on? But he lifts up a big old building, and we've got top tier censorship here. I've seen this before in a comic, but it makes me laugh every time. I've got to remember to mark this video not for kids. Okay. And, people are obviously very confused about his being here. So they're like, now hold on, we got people taking care of that, and what do you mean when you say my landing? Like he says, I landed here. What I mean is that I destroyed that building when I fell out of the sky and landed on it. Okay, now I'm definitely going to need you to explain yourself. It's kind of like delightfully fun. There's no real punchline necessarily, but it's the circumstances are very funny, obviously. Big naked man lifts up a building to save some poor old lady, and she recoils like, oh my goodness, I didn't need to see that. Then this monster comes out, starts speaking some alien language, and everybody, rightfully so, is very confused. Like, okay, this guy shows up, some monsters start to show up. These like little squiddly Cthulhu looking beings, and it's sci-fi writing 101. If you've got some squiddly, Cthulhu-looking beings, then they're obviously the antagonists, and that's what we kind of learn from there. So people of Earth, they give him a name. They ask him for help with this giant robot who's given me Iron Giant vibes, and that's on purpose. And I'm not going to give too much away in the storyline. This is definitely worth a read. Stump uses his smarts to basically incapacitate the robot, but then the robot comes back up and asks him for his help. The great thing about this character is he clearly cares about sentient life. We see that in his backstory. So he is not actually necessarily an alien. Basically, some aliens took humans from Earth sometime long ago, brought them to another planet, and because of the difference in gravity, they were shorter, but also super strong, and had very long lifespans. I like that idea. It reminds me of the Saiyans, which, that works really well with Vegeta because he's very short. You could see, like, gravity having an effect on him, but then Nappa's, like, 9 foot tall. I don't know. But if you're going to watch Dragon Ball for consistency, I suggest something else. Anyway, so we get a glimpse into his past, and there's this war going on between his race and some other alien race. These guys aren't it. But he basically finds this moon that was previously determined uninhabited and clearly is habited with sentient life. Again, not going to give away too much, but he feels really guilty for something that happened to those aliens. He takes personal responsibility, and that reflects in his dealings with sentient life, and not necessarily just organic sentient life, but also, that robot that we just saw. This is a character who doesn't just go around and smash people. It's not that he doesn't care about things. He actually understands that his actions have consequences, and he's really trying to do the best to affect a good future for all sentient life. I really like this character. And this book, like I said, it's alive. It's got legs. I'm really excited for number 2. I don't know where the process is on that, but I actually don't know if this thing's still in demand. If it is, buy a copy. It's super cheap. I mean, this guy's really underselling himself. This is quality work. I'm very excited for number 2. Yeah, usually if my review is under 6 minutes, it's a pretty good review. So find me, follow me, donate if you can in the currency of the future. And until next time, hasta luego.